single target burst, which can work very well if they can do well in their lanes. So I'm going to be looking a lot at these lanes and see how Paparazzi is able to do, because I think he was a big dictator of how the pace was able to be set in the last game, since he did so well in that mid matchup. And this one looks a lot harder for him. He's an Ember versus a Storm Spirit. This is a kind of tough matchup nowadays as this Ember, since Storm has gotten several buffs. Kaka, he's playing his Lion. They're playing the Mirana as well too. So similar supports. But yeah, very limited team fight. If they really have like none actually on their side. And wait, they actually got the Wolf Snipe. Oh no, JT, he gets it. Snuck it into the base.
The tips coming out indeed in return.
They weren't ready. XG, they've got some preparation coming in. And yeah, I'm just really looking at how these lanes are going to, if GIT is going to have a good start, if Paparazzi is going to have a good start also. So I think that's going to determine how I feel into the mid game. So I actually kind of like Aster's a little bit here.
Okay. I mean, what would you say the weaknesses are of both lineups?
I mean,
what is each team trying to punish?
For XG, like very little team fight, but they can play very quick with their draft, with the way that they can set up kills all over the place with the Mirana and the Ember, while on the side of Aster, they do need some items on both of their mid and their safe laner, the TA and the Storm. So that's where I'm like, the lanes are going to be very important to me to look at how they do. But they have lots of catch. They have this Disruptor that can always bring in tons of different catch from, of course, the Glimpse. They have the IO that can always heal and bring in that extra +1 if they do see a fight where XG doesn't have the numbers. And weakness, I would say weakness for Aster, I would say, is like Monet. The one thing about TA, he can struggle a bit if they can get on top of him, and they do have a lot of different ways to do that. With the Ember, with the Ursa, with the Lycan, it could be overwhelming pressure for Refraction.
Yeah, what was sort of some of the other things you think that they favoured about getting that TA as the last pick this game?
Maybe just the lane, right? Being able to just constantly kill these wolves. And he probably feels like he's going to be able to free farm versus this Lycan and versus this Lion. But that does also, I mean, I also feel like JT's going to just be able to free farm. So I don't know, I'm a bit curious about this one. Because it could be it just could be volatile. It could own or it could get owned.
Sure, and I imagine very much a game where Aster, a couple of supports that might struggle to deal with a well-farmed Lycan and his units charging at them.
Absolutely. The two supports do pretty much nothing to it. Definitely a bit of a curious pick coming out there. We've seen XWY. Only missed one last hit so far. And let's see how Ghost does. He has kind of, I mean, Ghost has just been the rock for Xtreme at all moments in these games. Like JT sometimes has some volatility, same thing for Paparazzi, but Ghost, I really rarely see him have a bad game. Even when they're losing, he still is like very close to top of net worth.
Yeah, I mean, that game one where, it was getting to kind of the stages where they were down like, what, 30, 40k. His scoreline, his KDA still didn't look that bad, considering kind of the dreadful state of the overall game that he was in.
This lane, I would say, is one of the more difficult ones for him, though, playing versus the Primal and the IO. Takes a bit of time for you to actually be able to do anything, as maybe our poor observer look elsewhere as Monet gets the kill.
There we go. That's the setup required here from Siamese. Cat here with the grab of the kinetic field.
Those are big kills. They even are able to get some of these wolves from the side blades, as we see. DY will just use his leap to kill some couriers. JT has to be a bit cautious of how he steps up when he doesn't have his Lion back up. Now he's fine, but always got to watch for these glimpse plays in the early laning phase. And XXS, he's holding skill point. He's waiting to see if he's just going to go for the 2 points and trample, I'd assume. Because it is a ridiculous amount of damage with something like IO. Amplifying it with the overcharge, also you just get that bonus move speed. So if you connect onto one of these heroes with a full trample, they're likely just dead.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
The Wolves continuing to claim the lives of couriers.
Yeah, I mean, that was very nice micro coming out from JT. I like that he's using the Wolves also elsewhere, so he's not just feeding them to Monet in lane. Yeah, 17-4 to the 15-4. He's not being slowed down, even though they killed Kaka.
Going to be able to grab the creep wave with them here as well.
Disruptor just does not like dealing with these wolves. And yeah, we see the level 2 trample, so he's just shoving the wave into the Ursa's face. Ghost will be able to farm under the tower, though. Let's see if Ghost deviates from the usual as well,
Yeah,
too.
I feel
That's the thing
like
I'm
there's
curious
been
about.
some Ursas recently that we have seen kind of just go for the defusal and fight rather than the Battle Fury.
Yeah, something curious. XWY, he's getting set up on. He's got backup.
I mean, Baboka indeed coming in, giving him that extra bit of sustain to live through this, and they'll get Paparazzi.
He's too. Oh my God! Look at the heals. Oh, it's so close.
I mean,
DY
DY
trying.
really wants to get him, but it's just not. Okay, it's going to happen.
Level 2 Star Storm.
Gets him with a Star Storm. Baboka ends up being the one cleaning DY up in return. So at least they will get XWY throughout it all, because it was looking close to being a situation where this Storm wasn't going to go down.
I mean, Baboka now level 4, and like this is the dream for Baboka, right? He always wants to have this type of start, no matter what hero he's playing. Even though we don't see him play the IO too often, getting levels on this hero is also very important. And getting farm, early mech can just break the game if you are playing something like IO. Clean rotation from the 2 supports. And yeah, XXS, he already has phase boots up on this Primal Beast, so they've already set him up to be able to pressure this Ursa a little bit and be very safe by himself. Ghost has to be pretty careful how he steps up versus this Primal. He's had to rush the boots, and he is also rushing phase boots so he can keep distance. He steps up a bit.
There's a lot of damage here with the trample, and this is going to be a dead Ursa.
I really like the way that they held the skill points, went for trample, rush phase boots. Like this is a tough lane for Ghost. And having something like a Mirana who doesn't have arrow, you can't actually stop this trample even if you can jump away.
Yeah, can you really come back up here? I mean, I guess you kind of have to, but you've got to be so cautious.
Yeah. I mean, he has to go back up. Then
Sure.
DY does get a pull off at least, so the lane, you know, XXS isn't going to get a free level 5 up here. Yeah, we're seeing Baboka feel some liberty to be able to move toward the mid lane to set up for these 6-minute power runes. All the supports now, 6 heroes in the mid lane. Okay, it's level 6 on Storm.
Yep. No, they'll go for this. Be able to get the stun off, but no chance of surviving there with the 3 of them going for Kaka.
At the least, Paparazzi's able to get the really nice rune, so he does have the DD if they want to go for some aggression. The Glyph, it gets popped, but the arrow goes through it anyway, and they'll take out that catapult. XXS is doing the build that I've actually been seeing more pros do on Primal Beast now also. He's going for the drums immediately after phase boots. I really like this build, honestly. I've seen so many people, they do like these Vanguards and stuff like that or anything, but I actually, this might be my new favorite offlane build. How much pressure you're able to apply and join your team with this. JT!
Aster, they're picking up some fast kills here this time, once again. As they were in game 1, back to 6-1 lead. And the courier, it's off the map. Wolves won't be able to find it.
Nice try, JT. Very strong lanes. That's what Aster's gone for this time around with the Storm, with the TA, with that Primal Beast. And right now, definitely working. The 2 supports just feel like they have so much liberty to move around, and they're really making those lanes look amazing. So now we're seeing definitely the reasoning of why they went for this TA.
Yeah, Ghost hits the 6, so feeling a bit more comfortable now in this top lane. Hard to go on the Ursa now.
And Baboka looking to be paired up with his Storm a bit more. Very aggressive wards we see placed down from Xtreme, wanting to read the movements perhaps of these supports since they've been very annoying in this early game. XXS now has also hit 6.
Rune of double damage.
Neutral item, 2 being picked up. Yeah, they're just jungling right now on the side of the Storm and the IO, just maximum efficiency of farm. Paparazzi with the DD. Can't quite get any connection. He had the chains, but Kaka's too far away.
Yeah, and even if they go there, it's still, even with the DD, kind of tough to find enough damage to take down the Primal Beast quickly enough.
And Baboka, with being paired up with XWY and getting that kill earlier, he's going to have a pretty early level 6, so definitely going to be some relocate plays that are going to come out early as Paparazzi gets lucky again, does get the top rune.
Good ways to set up action on the map, whether it be kind of the Beast getting in with a Pulverize, or just a glimpse from Siamese Cat. Lots of things to be able to set up for relocates to come in and get the job done.
I like that DY is also just stealing away any bits of these stacks. He puts a sentry down to block the next further stacks, steals away the Centaur with an arrow. And yeah, that deep vision, not only to, of course, spot out the rotations from supports, but also to watch out those stacks, since they're playing versus Templar Assassin.
See here with the odds provided to us by our partner, esportsbet.io. Very much feeling that Aster are to be favoured. Definitely had the Again, not quite as explosive as a start as they did in game 1, but still definitely a good one.
Yeah. I mean,
Game
IO's
3.
already 6, so
Yeah.
is JT 6? He is. Okay, I was about to be like, this Lycan can't actually show his face down bottom. They get the catch here. Good arrow. Storm's here.
Backup's going to be in. XWY will go straight in for Kaka. A slight chains combo from Paparazzi will make sure they get the kill onto Siamese Cat. And it looks like Baboka will also be run down. So Paparazzi with the response cleans up the 2 of them. See a quick TP out from the Storm. So XG, they will make sure they come out on top of the trade. They've got creeps pushing in down bottom.
Love how active Paparazzi's being. Since he has these power runes, he knows he has the liberty to be able to join very quickly. And it's a big kill, as we said,
Yeah.
you know, Baboka, level 6. These type of kills on these supports, they're kind of like these core kills almost in a way. How much experience they're going to be able to give up. Ooh, watch out your micro. We'll be okay. Power rune again. Let's see if Paparazzi's able to get it. He does again. It's another really good one.
It's a really nice one.
Wow, he's blessed. It's no Invis runes. Relocate top.
See if they're going to be able to save XXS. He can turn with the Pulverize.
Oh.
The final hit from Ghost will get the beast out of the game.
And look at this. Paparazzi's matching the rotation. He comes top immediately.
Yeah, I mean, XWI, he wanted to sort of wait out the Enrage and then continue to commit onto the Ursa, but yeah, they have to just get themselves back out of there. With a relocate, they won't stick around with Paparazzi showing his face top.
I like that he's at least trying to match the move, right? It doesn't pay off this time with the way Paparazzi moves, but at least he's like, okay, I am making the moves to match. And ooh, triple bounty rune for him. Okay. Good influx of gold. Mid tower, though, the immediate relocate back is going to be able to get some damage here. And there's a glyph to defend it.
I mean, top.
Oh, no way. Ghost.
XXS says he just gets Ghost on his own.
He might get more.
And DY, he's going to punch pretty hard, but Paparazzi with the Arcane Rune and the Flame Guard up by his side means that XXS.
There's another trample.
Backup's coming in for XXS. And he is tanky. Paparazzi not able to take him out.
Oh, Pig pulls himself maybe before the trample. Maybe a bit of a misclick, but...
I mean, that's pretty huge there for XXS taking down the Ursa solo.
And they have mech already on Baboka. He's even using the Verdurous Dale. Probably one of the only good heroes that actually holds this item. Because you can just tether up and you get that big bonus regen. So you see XXS actually healing up a lot from it. That is one of the earlier mechs I've seen in an IO. But it's Baboka, so it's to be expected because he's super greedy. And yeah, Ghost pushed out of lane now. Of course, we did see the build that he, you know, the usual build. He has gone for this Battle Fury, which I think is very, very needed this game. Wants to be able to fast, match that pace of the TA's farm. And JT giving tons of information with these wolves.
Oh, quick response there with the Static Storm.
Gets outside of it.
Look for the glimpse back, though. Look to go for Kaka. Kaka's going to be able to turn with the Hex, put a stop to the charge forward from XXS. Still, though, zip forward from XWY. Catch the Lion.
They're also reloading.
Siamese Cat's kind of dying to the walls with the mechs popped, and he'll be healed up. They still want to try for Paparazzi, but the Remnant's out. It's up to the high ground and nothing to catch him from that sort of distance, so he'll get out.
The TP's top. Might be able to find himself that DD rune. It is in the top rune, so probably runs directly toward it. Aster brought the numbers. Wonder if we're going to see Monet after the Deso. You know, his Dragonlance, Deso. I actually think this is a pretty valuable game to go for the Shard. Playing versus the Ember Spirit, playing versus Ursa and stuff like that. The silence is pretty annoying. I think I might like if he wants to go for something like that. Been seeing it a lot more versus the Spirits. Paparazzi though, yeah, another rune. He keeps getting these power runes.
He really does. DDs, Haste, Arcanes, he's getting all the good ones.
He is, of course, still getting out-farmed. The efficiency that's coming out from Aster, just keeping this Storm tethered and just farming jungle is, of course, better, but he's still doing pretty decent, all things considered, with that tough matchup.
Aster, XXS and Siamese Cat, they want to try and find something.
They kill almost anyone with static. They kill literally anyone with Static Storm if they get it right on top of them.
It's back online, Static Storm.
Oh, JT would be a huge one.
Hard to walk in and grab him when Kaka's by his side, but there they just needed the vision for the glimpse.
He's just going to get
Into
melted.
the Static Storm, they'll take him down. And they can look for DY as well. He tried to hover around, see if there's anything he could do to help, but just ends up giving up his life on top of it.
Risky play. tries to get some type of trade kill, but yeah, all they needed was the vision. Insane amount of damage as we're seeing coming out when it's an overcharged, drummed Primal Beast just running at heroes. And they're not able to take away any of those stacks in particular. They actually stack it again while they're walking away. And XWY, I think we saw the Witchblade now finished up. We've seen this build a couple times now in China. Falcon Blade into that Witchblade. It's really nice to be able to fight with this. And since we did see like the way that XG's draft is, it's, yeah, there's magical damage that comes from Ember and Lion and Mirana. It's a lot of physical damage, so this Witchblade, the armor is quite nice. Do have an aggressive ward on Monet. They could get the catch on him here. Kaka's getting the wraparound.
Got to be quick about it.
They got him. The reload's coming in, though.
Relocate, but with a burst of the finger. It's gone immediately. See if they can get anything in return. XWY is going to go in with a jump on towards the Ember Spirit. And XXS charging in. They're able to keep Paparazzi locked down. A turn to DY as well. DY will fall. XXS with the double.
Jesus, this damage from the Primal Beast. It's so ridiculous.
2 for 2.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Definitely seeing very few ways that they can control the beast.
Yeah.
Especially when he's got this BKB round the corner.
Great ways to keep, I was complimenting Paparazzi also with him being able to like match these rotations and stuff like that, but he is starting to fall quite far behind. And another catch. Oh, what?
Wait, what?
He jumped into his remnant? Oh no.
Oh, they were waiting for him. I mean, that hurts. 2 back-to-back deaths there from Paparazzi.
Oh boy, and that's Roche.
Absolutely.
No Ember Spirit, they
just
can't
straight
contest
over.
it.
They've got the TA ready to go.
Monet needs someone to aggro the Roche so he can double melt it. There we go. He melted a little bit too far. Arrow. It'll just help him out.
I mean, Paparazzi, because it's still early days, so he's going to be back in the game. Maybe they can try and go for some sort of steal. No, he's going for tier 2 mid. They're not even going to look towards the Roshan.
I mean, one more death on him and he's just going to be completely out of the game. He is level, okay, he's at level 10 now, but you can see the rest of the cores are nearly level 12. And he has gone for the
He's going to get another good
BKB.
rune, though.
Okay.
Once again, another DD.
Gaben's like, Paparazzi.
Give him all the good runes.
Come on. JT, Helm of the Overlord is finished, so it's still pretty damn good timing for him to have that. And we see Ghost, as he tends to do, has a very good item timing here. Can't quite finish XWY.
Just the change into the stun, nothing else. And Paparazzi actually will pop the DD, but won't be able to do much with it.
Ooh, bit unfortunate for him. Seeing DY, I would mention that he always goes for the urn. This game, you want to have some type of vessel when you're playing versus Io. That could be very valuable if he just puts it onto Baboka. And what's Baboka going to have finished up soon? Oh, I mean, that's an interesting one. He's going to go for Yules on the Io. You don't see every day.
Okay.
Thought it would just, I mean, he might still change it. I feel like Ghost Scepters might just be too valuable on Io this game versus Ursa and Lycan.
Well, yeah, I guess that, well, yours is the item against Ursa, right?
Yeah, but I don't know if he, I mean, I think you would tell the Disruptor, maybe, even though it's like a 5 Disruptor, you might tell him to buy it. I mean, we'll see. Maybe, I mean, Baboka's very greedy. He might just still go the Yules, but Ghost Scepter is very good this game versus Ursa. And Ghost, yeah, nearly has BKB. So all things considered, he's still top of net worth, as he tends to do.
Can he carry this game?
Possible, but difficult. Grove Bow, Monet gets blessed this time around. And Paparazzi also does. A Brigand's Blade, he's going to be able to pass that one over to his buddy. XXS is definitely a big problem for them, though. Having this early BKB phase drums, level 12, he can just pierce and go for pretty much any target that he wants to go for. There's no way for them to stop it unless they just, yeah, unless the Ursa somehow focus fires him down. But not easy. Primal, 2200 HP. JT? Nice micro. Peels away that bounty rune.
XG, the group looking like they want to make something happen with the 4 of them. I guess at the same time just preparing for any sort of move that's made onto the bottom.
There's a reload coming in.
It's the setup here for Siamese Cat. Sets up with a Static Storm, and that's all that's needed to buy time for the relocate play.
Oh, that was, I mean, the best kill they can find on the map. I think he did finish the item before he died, though, so BKB is done. And do we see Baboka? I mean, now he maybe does go for Yules. He got a Philosopher's Stone, so now he's like, ooh, gold. And we see, oh, he actually takes the, I mean, he's just going stats. I imagine he maybe skips the Spirits this game, but not taking the Talent. I mean, that's a nice Talent. The damage is pretty significant with it, with something like a Storm. But Baboka playing for himself a little bit, of course. Nothing new there.
I mean, what is sort of XG waiting for in terms of their next items?
I mean, Kaka's very close to Blink. They have the double BKBs online. Maybe they make the move even without this Blink on Kaka. But it's not easy. Playing into this Aegis on the TA, who also almost has BKB, and you're just... Every time that you walk into Heroes, you have to have the numbers, because otherwise they're just going to relocate in and bring the numbers themselves on the side of Aster. 30 seconds. Reload is on cooldown. But you have to be very prepared for any type of move on XG, because there's a glimpse that can reset your positioning if you're not ready, and then there's just a relocate that can just outnumber you. So they have to be very decisive with how they make these moves. And let's see, grouped up as 4. No Blink to get the initial go. As we said, Kaka's still a bit away from it.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower
I think Kaka has to finish the Blink. Feels just very difficult for them to make a move. XXS is getting scouted by the Wolf. They can't do anything with it. Yeah, Kaka just starts farming neutrals. He's like, screw this. Like, we can't make a go. We can't get an initial. I have to get a Hex into a stun for us to get some type of follow-up, for us to get a catch. And yeah, he needs this. He needs this Blink.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under
Monet
attack.
has BKB, as we mentioned. Level 15 is online, so super far attack range. And Baboka, does he go? He goes stats again. All right, he just doesn't want the attack damage tether. Okay, sure.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has
Now
fallen.
getting away with just a bit more than what XG is able to take.
Under attack.
Aster with the lead. Bottom lane. See if Xtreme Gaming want to push for this tier 2.
They're going to have Blink online and Blink on Ghost, and it's
Yeah.
as the Aegis is about to be timing out. They could look to make a good move here. But JT's been doing some really nice micro.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And we do see, DY. He's been dropping his gem on Courier, checking for wards and everything.
Radiant's bottom tower
Gem feels...
is under attack.
I feel like Gem over the years is just becoming more and more valuable.
A tool to teach.
Oh, they're getting this tower.
Sure are. I mean, this Ice Shaman's actually doing it.
I
He pretty... Yeah, he's going to have it
He's
finished.
going to get it. Oh, yeah, they got the fortification. They'll kill him off.
But now, I mean, XXS pulverizes cooldown for 20 seconds. They've got a wraparound. Paparazzi with Arcane. And they make something happen here.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
He wants to.
They'll force a BK. They force two. Whoa.
All right, they were terrified.
Holy. All right. I mean, that gives them a pretty good window now, perhaps, to get a fight afterwards. The Blink is on the Ursa. The Blink is on the Lion. Whoopsie.
I guess they really expected maybe that like Kaka or something was also going to just kind of throw his body in and go for a stun. But it just was a little bit of a poke from Paparazzi.
We do see XWY. He also has his BKB finished. I think he's gotten one of his first power runes of the game also on this Storm. But a good move from XG just to force BKBs for free. And now tower is, of course, dead bottom.
Radiant's bottom tower
Okay.
is under Radiant's bottom
Nice little
tower
move.
has fallen.
Vessel's still a ways away, of course, for DY, so we will not have that heal prevention versus the IO. But definitely have ways to just blow targets up with Kaka and with the Ursa having Blink. Aster playing more of just that split up and farm game at the moment. And yeah, I mean, Paparazzi still definitely struggled. There's not really many places for him to farm, to be quite honest with you. And since he went for BKB looking for fights, he hasn't found any. He doesn't have that farming item to keep himself kind of matched with that Storm Spirit. And of course, Storm has IO behind him, but... XG grouping up again. They want to get the initial jump. BKBs are back up, but JT doing a great job of scouting again. They do have a sentry. XXS.
He's in. They're going to try and burst through him, and with the Ursa on top of him, they've done it. They've taken out XXS. They've taken out Siamese Cat. They'll look towards Monet. The BKB and the Hurricane Pike will allow him to get down underneath the tier 2. XWY trying to strike back in, see if we get a catch on to Ghost. Puts the BKB to take off the chains, but he's starting to run a little bit low on mana.
It's awkward.
Vortex, but can't really commit anything more, XWY.
Very awkward. I mean, they saw Ghost use BKB, but he still had the Enrage. They can't actually commit from him. They wanted to grab this Ursa, but a great grab. And JT, I mean, we talked about his micro. The Wolf Vision gets him that initial Hex to just completely delete this Primal Beast. And Kaka, I mean, this man's a Lion specialist, right? So if he doesn't instantly finger, then he's going to get Disruptor ulted, and then perhaps they actually have enough to keep this Primal Beast alive. So very quick on his fingers.
Good initiation there. That's,
very nicely done.
Exactly how they can go about breaking down Aster, despite the fact that Aster had that bit of a lead. It's falling back to pretty much even on the gold.
Yeah, and Ghost,
last few plays.
He pretty much has the Basher done. So these BKBs now
he just gets in
less
there.
Valuable.
If he gets on top of one of these targets, which is likely with the catch that Kaka's proven to have for the team, they can deal with Aster's cause.
That JT is really being so annoying. Look at this. He has a Wolf trying to block the Ancients out. It'll get found, but he's doing amazing things. Even buys the Shard, I believe, a few moments ago. So bottom is going to start getting shoved in. He's got that Wolf pressure, and he's got his Ancient Ice Shaman. He didn't have anything to Helm of Overlord. I was watching JT. He had
Let's see if we can find something else.
Yeah, he had a small Mud Golem. He's not going to take a small Mud Golem. No. He's just going to give the gold. And now Baboka does take the damage talent. Okay.
I mean, who's able to get into the Roche pit? Or both sides have to try and get kills first?
I think both sides want to get a kill first, yeah. There's tons of different ways to scout, as we've mentioned, but I believe that this DY gem is actually doing some real big work, taking out all these TA traps constantly. So JT, he's being more annoying with his wolf scouting this. But we do see Baboka. He buys a gem himself. I was wondering where his gold went. So XXS is carrying one for the catch, and he jumps.
Straight in. BKB pulverized. Not able to get the follow-up Vortex in time, though. Paparazzi's able to put the BKB and jump away.
And XWY did pop his BKB also. Uh-oh. Aster with some mistakes coming in. Can't get that initial jab. And is this going to allow XG to maybe go for kill themselves into Roshan? Definitely possible. And JT's shoving bottom. So Aster, they're going to have to react to bottom.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, these BKB usages, definitely problematic. Two or three times now on the side of Aster. That was a Storm and a Primal Beast that used it. And yeah, they're just going to walk into pit for now. Goes to starting it. Yeah, no BKB Primal, no BKB Storm. This is a tough place for Aster to perhaps commit into. Dying fast.
They've got to do something soon, Aster.
This is not an easy fight for them.
They're going to try and time it here. They're going now, but the Hex will be thrown out on XXS. They're in on top of them. The Beast is in trouble. Ghost has already been able to pick up the Aegis, pick up the kill on the Roshan, take down XXS.
And XWY.
He's out of mana.
Oh.
He's used everything that he's got, and he cannot get out. So if they can chase for more, they can.
They sure can.
It's a two-man chains. It's 4 heroes dead. I mean, Aster, they're just getting outplayed right now. Monet, he'll try and hide with the
They got gems.
But they got him as well. It's going to be a team wipe from Xtreme Gaming. Triple kill for Paparazzi. And this just hurts big time. I don't know how Aster could kind of pick themselves up after these last few moves.
Aster is kind of crumbling to their own plays. Like, they're attempting to go for these jumps. They're wasting BKBs.
Check this out.
This is just really well played from Xtreme. The patience, they back up nicely. They know the BKBs are down, and then they just full commit. Ghost got last hit, he got Aegis, and he got Shard, and I believe, I mean, they didn't take the next gem. The other gem is actually inside the Roche pit still, but massive economical damage is Aster. They might lose a Rax here too, Ghost.
Yeah, I mean, they just tried to fight that Aster while some of the BKBs were still on cooldown.
Yep. And it was a timing where even JT had just finished AC. It was pretty huge pickups that actually just got him. XWY!
Whoa, he's dead!
Oh my god.
He's gone!
They completely crumbled.
Oh, this is looking pretty nice for Xtreme Gaming. Down to the bottom lane they go.
I mean, they've done it. That's two sets. Kaka Lion. Even though he's 1 in 7, he's getting the initiations.
They're just going in under the tier 4s. He's ready to dive, and the buyback will come out from Baboka. I mean, he gets in straight away and takes down Siamese Cat. They pop their BKBs, Aster, but they can't get anything more than just Kaka.
They barely get anything. And this was, what time did Monet get? He got to Deso at what? I want to say like 15, 16 something minutes like that, and he's only got the 4 charges. Like they literally haven't been able to find anything.
And another good rune here for Paparazzi, a DD.
Ooh.
I mean, I've lost count of how many DDs and arcanes he's had. He's had a wonderful time with them.
Walk into the dragon.
I'll get it. Plus 250
Okay.
for Monet.
They got to be careful though. No BKBs and XWY. He just keeps getting caught from these hexes.
Ghost has got full Abyssal Blade now. I mean, we've already seen
Moly.
how good he's been at just throwing himself in at the right time.
Did they ever grab the secondary gem? They didn't. Okay, it's still sitting in the pit. But JT has been so annoying though, right? The scouting
the wolf
with
play,
the wolves, yeah. I think it's a lot comes down to like the scouting with the wolf play and the gem purchase from DY to take out all the traps. Like they're just playing beautifully around their vision and poking and forcing these BKBs in these awkward scenarios. This is really well played. And DY even going for this halberd since he's playing versus TA and Storm. Very valuable. Yeah, he decided he's like, screw it, I don't need the vessel.
Deceptive rune of invisibility.
Very quickly how things have kicked up. Aster now, they're kind of trapped inside the base because they lost their gem. As we said, it's still actually sitting in the Roche pit, but yeah. XG's really running away with this last few fights.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I mean, what do you do now if you're Aster? What's the plan?
I don't know. Now there is another halberd too.
Yeah. Very much looking like Xtreme Gaming. They're gonna have this one under control,
Radiant's top tower
Truly looks like it.
which is you know, quite the turnaround if you look back to what that game one of this series.
Mm-hmm.
Dire.
Super one-sided affair, but Ghost,
Radiant's top tower has
as we
fallen.
said, tends to be the rock for this team, and JT with beautiful micro, making magic happen. XWY. He has to BKB
Again, he's just so terrified there of getting caught by some sort of catch.
I mean, that can't fight. 40 seconds. Aegis is going to be getting reclaimed, so XG might play it a little patient here with this advantage.
They're happy to sort of just hold this area. They know the Aegis is going down. I mean, I don't think they're feeling in any rush, Xtreme Gaming. They know that they've got this lead and how hard it is for Aster to really come back into this game.
No, absolutely. I mean, they've stagnated any growth really from Aster. I feel like Aster has the same items, the same stuff that they've had for 10 plus minutes. Like, we talked about Baboka getting like a 10 to 14 minute max, something between that timing, right? It's 32 minutes. He has literally no growth because he had to buy the gem for his team. And yeah, look at JT. I mean, he is a menace with these wolves. And Paparazzi gets another DD. I mean, when they've got full map control, he's going to get every rune, but still done a beautiful job of, even though he's been getting picked on a little bit this game, he's still playing really well. Aster feels like a bit of a desperation smoke coming out here. Monet, he does buy the shard now.
Radiant are scanning.
They know where they are. They've hit them with the scan. I know they're in the triangle.
Okay, let's see what they get, because this does not look like an easy angle.
Paparazzi, he jumps in. So dispels the smoke. See him get on top of the Primal Beast, but he'll manage to walk away from the Ursa this time.
This is awkward for Aster.
And they're trying to chase forward, JT. XXS considers going back in on this. XWY is trying to go with the grab onto the Ursa. Pulls in Ghost. Ghost able to get out the statics on. They burst through the Disruptor. The BKB from on his pop, but he's been disarmed. He's not able to hit anything for now. Now he's able to take down Kaka, but with 3 dead, there's no chance for Monet or XWY. They'll call it GG. As Xtreme Gaming will take this game 3, and with that, the series, it's theirs. So what a turnaround after how this started off with game 1. Aster looking complete.